Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic. Welcome to my channel. I had someone ask me a while ago if I would go through the sizes of traveler's notebooks, and I think they meant binders too, but I don't want to confuse the issue, so I decided to break that up. And today I'm going to go through the popular traveler's notebook sizes, and I'm going to show you the, I guess you would say, the US version versus everybody else's measurements on the ones that I can. Some of them only have one measurement, and whenever I'm making a notebook or anything, I have an issue where I need it to be the exact size. So I have researched and researched and researched, trying to make sure that what I am making is actually the correct and exact size. And I know some of the popular traveler's notebook makers use slightly different sizes, but again, I tried to research and make sure I was showing you or providing you with the accurate size. So many of you have probably seen this photo on Instagram. And I'm spending some time today updating that because I did add something to the lineup. And so I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this. So the first one we have is the half letter. I don't know if you can see that. And it is basically a letter size piece of paper just folded in half. And so it's 8.5 by 11 folded in half, and you get 5.5 by 8.5. Also, it's also called an A5. This is an Americanized A5, but this is a true A5, and that's 5.8 by 8.3. And I think the reason why these sizes changed from what the actual size is to these sizes is because you cannot, it's very difficult to measure 5.8 with a ruler or 8.3 with a ruler. It's not going to be accurate. I was able to create a cut file to be able to cut this at an accurate size. You can see the difference here. But I wouldn't be able to just do that with a ruler. This one, I mean, you don't need to do any cutting because it's a half letter, but basically if you did have to cut, it's simple measurements. And I think that is the reason why there's two different sizes. This is converted to this to make it easier to cut. This should actually be in centimeters. So I think the US uses imperial or standard measuring system, and a lot of other places, I know the UK uses metric system. So this would actually, these numbers were converted from the metric system, and that's another reason why it doesn't convert to even inches, half inches, quarter inches, eighth of an inch, whatever the case may be. So anyway, now that I've rambled on about the sizing, it's really, I don't know, I just get hung up on that, but this is the half page, half letter A5 size. And this is normally what you would get. Okay, and this is the next size. It is pronounced Kyer. I thought it was K here, but it is Kyer. And it is the size of a lot of the notebooks that you will just buy, that you would buy out of the store. For instance, this is a May Designs book, and you see it's basically that size, the size of a Kyer. So this is another, I guess just basically another traveler's notebook size. Let me see, let's put these together. Okay. The next size that we have is the regular. This is, I think, kind of where it started with the traveler's notebooks. I think this is was the most popular Midori traveler's notebook size. The size is 4.25 by 8.25 inches, and that's converted from the metric size of 4.3 by 8.25 inches. And I know when I make books for my regular traveler's notebook, I usually leave it 8.5 inches tall because that's the natural size of the paper. And I mean, it's a 1/4 inch. It still fits in my strings, so I don't cut it off. But that is the correct size, and you can see there is very little difference in the standard size versus the metric size. So that's the next one. So then we have the B6. That is 5 by 7, kind of like a standard photo size. And the actual metric B6 is 4.8 by 6.8. Again, not easy to measure. You can see there's very little difference, like 0.2 of an inch, I guess, of difference. Very little difference. So again, it's easier to cut at 5 by 7. The next one, I looked all over and I could not find an actual metric size for this one. So I think this one is the standard size at 3.75 by 6.75 inches. This is my preferred size for a few reasons. It's not too small. It's small enough that I can take it with me if I need to. And if you use a personal binder, you can interchange the inserts because they are exactly the same size. Now, there's one traveler's notebook maker that makes their notebooks a 1/4 inch shorter, but the standard size everywhere that I've looked other than there is 3.25 by 6.75. So I go with that as being the correct size. The next size is the A6. That's 4 by 6, another photo size. The metric size is 4.13 by 5.83. And again, there's very little difference. The metric is a little shorter and a little wider. So if you can see that. And again, easier to cut this number versus that number. Okay. Only a couple more. This is the pocket size. Again, I did not find anything as far as a metric size, anything different. So pocket is very popular also because it is small. It's 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and it's easy to take on the go. Let's see. You need some more room here. Next size is the passport size. This was for traveler's notebooks that were, I guess, originated for carrying your passport. I mean, a traveler's notebook. The standard size is 3.5 by 5 inches. The actual metric size is 3.5 by 4.8 inches. And let's see. Here you can see very little difference. Slightly shorter, but the same width. See there? Okay. And the last one that I'm going to show is the micro. That is 3 by 4 inches. That's the standard size. The metric size is 2.75 by 4 inches. So you can see it's basically just a 1/4 inch less in width, but the height is the same. So those are the most popular sizes that I have found. There are some variations because different people need different things or want different things. So there are a lot of in-betweens sizes of these, slims, wides, you name it, but these are, from what I have found, these are the popular, most used traveler's notebook sizes. So I hope that answered questions about sizing, and I hope it helps you with the process of making your own notebooks or other inserts for your traveler's notebooks. My cat is flipping out. But I will be coming back to do another video soon, going through this same process with ring binders. I still have some research to do, but look for that video coming up soon. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.